Malala. This is a picture of Malala when she speaks at the UN. It's her birthday, it's her 16th birthday, and it happened on July 12th, 2013, and that was a big deal. That was a very big deal. Malala. Today, millions of children in the world do not go to school. Malala Yousafzai is a brave young Pakistani girl who wants to do something about this. In fact, her fight for the right to education for all children nearly killed her. She survived, and now she spends a lot of her time speaking out about the importance of education. Her strength and courage have inspired thousands of people, from young schoolgirls to world leaders. She was even nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 2013. The Taliban is an armed group that is active in parts of Afghanistan and Pakistan. In 2008, they decided to close all girls' schools in the Swat Valley in Pakistan. Malala, an 11-year-old girl, protested against this. She began blogging about what it was like to be a young girl in an area ruled by the Taliban. The blog was published by the BBC under a false name, but as her blog got more popular, she became more famous. In the end, her true identity was revealed and she became a target for the Taliban. She received death threats, but would not stop her campaigning for girls' right to education. In 2012, the Taliban had lost control over the Swat Valley and girls' school had reopened. On 9th October, when Malala was 15, 2 Taliban members attacked her school bus. Which one of you is Malala Yousafzai? They shouted. They said they would kill everyone on the bus if she was not identified. Someone pointed at Malala, and the gunman immediately shot her twice. One shot hit her face, the other hit her neck. 2 of Malala's friends were also hurt in the attack. Malala was unconscious and close to death. Her fight for the right to education became a fight for her life. In Pakistan and in many other countries, people wanted to show that they supported Malala. There were demonstrations and protests against the Taliban all over the world. Many hospitals around the world offered Malala treatment. Her family decided to take her to England. Critically wounded, she was transported in an air ambulance. To everyone's surprise, she recovered quickly. As soon as she felt better, she asked for her school books. She wanted to study for her exams. After a week, she was able to get out of bed, and after 3 months, she was able to leave hospital and go home to her parents and 2 younger brothers in Birmingham. Malala's story was in the news all over the world. She understood that all the attention was good for her cause and made it clear that she wanted to continue her fight for the right to education. Artists and film stars donated money to her fund for girls' education. Political leaders called her a heroine. The United Nations started a campaign for girls' education called I Am Malala, to help children who do not have a chance to go to school. On her 16th birthday, 12th July 2013, 9 months after the attack, Malala made a speech at the UN. She asked world leaders to provide education for all children. She talked about forgiveness and fighting for change in a non-violent way. She said that she does not hate the people who attacked her. I don't want revenge on the Taliban. I want education for sons and daughters of the Taliban. Why did Malala speak at the UN? She writes in her book, I Am Malala. This is your chance, Malala, I said to myself. Only 400 people were sitting around me, but when I looked out, I imagined millions more. I did not write the speech only with the UN delegates in mind. I wrote it for every person around the world who could make a difference. I wanted to reach all people living in poverty, those children forced to work, and those who suffer from terrorism or lack of education. Deep in my heart, I hoped to reach every child who could take courage from my words and stand up for his or her rights. The end of her speech was soon quoted in media all over the world. Let us pick up our books and pens. They are our most powerful weapon. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Education is the only solution. Education first.